Hey guys, what's up? It's Auto about Mike 18 here with a bit of a random kind of off-topic video. As you guys can tell by the title of the video, I normally don't make videos about music, but it's amazing how when you're watching a video on YouTube and you read the comments, it inspires you to make a video based off what you read. So yeah, that's why I'm making this. So guys, as you can tell by the title of the video, in this video I'm going to give you my picks for my top 10 favorite songs, or in my opinion the top 10 best songs that have been featured on The Walking Dead. Now, as you guys know, The Walking Dead Season 4 just ended, and I'm still thinking about the show because I liked the finale, even though I wasn't a huge fan of Season 4 overall. But one thing that I've always loved about this show from Season 1 on is the soundtrack / the score. I have several compositions from the score on my iPod, and I have a good majority of the entire soundtrack of the songs they've featured on the show. I have them on my iPod. I listen to them a lot. I listen to them when I drive. So I was watching a video for one of the songs, like a music video or whatever, and someone was in the comments saying, "Oh, this is my favorite song in The Walking Dead," and it got me thinking, you know, no one's made a top 10 list of the best songs from The Walking Dead, so why don't I? And I know I normally don't talk about music on my channel. The only time I talk about music is when I do a movie review and I talk about how good the score or the soundtrack was. That's the only time I talk music. But today, in this video, I'm going to be making an exception because I love these songs so much, and because I do make reviews of The Walking Dead. That's ultimately why I decided to make this video. Now, don't expect me to be a music genius and talk about how songs are put together. Like, I'm just going to give you my picks, really, guys. That's it. I don't know anything about music. That's not my area of expertise. I'm going to do my best to give you my picks intelligently and give you intelligent reasons as to why they're my picks, but I really can't because I don't know anything about music. I picked these songs because of the scenes that they're placed in the show, and because of how they sound and how much I like them, because I really don't know anything about music. But anyway, let's get to it, guys. So I have my top 10 right here. I'm going to play all of the songs as I mention them briefly. I'm just going to play a few brief clips of them because I don't want to get slammed with copyright notices and have my video taken down, so I don't want to do that. So I have a top 10 and I also have 5 honorable mentions. So this is basically a top 15 video. So without further ado, guys, let's get started. I do have 15 songs to talk about, and kicking off this list, number 15, my first honorable mention is the song Oats in the Water by Ben Howard. If you guys remember, the song was played in Season 4, Episode 5, Internment. It was played towards the end of the episode when Herschel went into the cell after he was trying to save all the sick people in the sick ward, and he started reading his Bible, and he kind of like broke down because, Herschel's not about, having to put people down that are sick and having to kill people. That's not Herschel's ideology. That's not his way of life. So it was tough on him, and I really love that scene. But one reason why I love that scene is because of the song. So here we go. Here's a clip of the song. Oh, I like it. A lot of people say this is one of their favorites, but I like 13 other songs better. And as I said, guys, the songs that are going to be included in this top 10, they can be from the show, songs that, regular songs. They could be from the score, and they can even be from the trailer, so beware of that. So that's number 14. I like it, and I like that scene. So that's number 15. Number 14 is a recent song. It's called Be Not So Fearful, and it's by A.C. Newman, and I don't know if I mentioned this already, the links to all these songs will be down below, so you guys can check them out for yourself if you'd like to. Be Not So Fearful by A.C. Newman. It was featured recently in Season 4, Episode 15, Us, in the end of the episode when Glenn and Maggie and all the others finally arrived at Terminus. It was that kind of creepy, weird song that was played, but I like the song, so here we go. Here's a clip of it. Be not so sorry for what you've done. Now, I recently started listening to this song and, you know, getting an appreciation for it. That's why it's not as high up. But you know what? This is that kind of song where I think I'll listen to it more and more and I like it. I don't know. I like it. I like the tune of it. I think the title's appropriate, and I think it was fit well in that scene because, yeah, everyone in the term was all crazy cannibals, so, you know, the title makes sense, Be Not So Fearful. I don't know. I just like that song. So that's number 14. Number 13, like I said, guys, I can include songs from the trailers, and number 13 is a trailer song. It was never on the show, but it was in the trailers, and that's why I included it. I really like the song. It's called Last Man Standing, and it's by People in Planes. Now, the song was featured in a Season 3 TV spot for the early first half of Season 3, so here we go. I really like the melody, the tune, I don't know what that's called, that's going on in the song, and it was fit so well in the trailer because you have Rick and all of them, you know, killing off walkers in the trailer, running through the prison, and I don't know, I just really like that song. That's number 13, my third honorable mention. Number 12, my fourth honorable mention is a part of the score. It's from Season 3, Episode 15, This So Awful Life, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. Actually, I really like that episode. And the title of it is My Refuge, My Fortress. And the guy who's responsible for the score, I think his scores are beautiful. The songs in his score are beautiful. It's McCreary, so he does the score for the show all the time. I really love this one. Like I said, it's called My Refuge, My Fortress, and it was played in the episode when Rick was walking around the prison trying to make a decision about what to do with Michonne, and simultaneously when Herschel was reading the passage from the Bible to Maggie and Beth. So here's a clip of it. Notice the birds chirping in the back. So I really do like it. I love you know, it's very filled with sorrow and all that. You know, it's sad. I like it. And here's the version of it with Herschel's narration, Herschel's dialogue.
Thou shalt not be afraid. 10,000.
Skipping ahead.
At thy right hand.
And I like what he was reading too. So I like that scene. I like Rick had to go through that decision. Just the score fit beautifully in that scene, so that's why I picked it as number 12. Just checking the time. Okay. Next up, number 11, my last honorable mention is another part of McCreary's score. This is going all the way back to Season 1, Episode 1, and the title of it is The Mercy of the Living by McCreary. It was played in the first episode of Season 1, the series premiere, when Rick kills the bicycle girl, and when Morgan is contemplating killing his wife. So here we go. It's very long. It's like 8 minutes long, the version I have of it, and I love how it fits in that scene. Not only that, but it's very sad, in my opinion. Beautifully fit in that scene. That's why I picked it that as number 11. Couldn't get into my top 10 though. And here we are, guys. Let's get to the top 10. Number 10 is Jamie and Commons' Lead Me Home. It was featured in Season 3, Episode 12, Clear, when at the end of the episode, and that's one of I love that episode as well, and the end of the episode when Rick, Michonne, and Carl return to the prison in their car.
Darkness, lead your my way, lead me home.
Now, a lot of people say this is one of their favorites, if not their favorite, but this isn't as high up on my list as it should be, because I feel it's not that long enough. It's very short, and although I do really love it, and I thought it fit very well in that scene, I couldn't get it higher. So that's number 10, great song. Number 9 is another recent song from Season 4. It's called The Last Pale Light in the West by Ben Nichols, and it was featured in Season 4, Episode 6, Live Bait. I think that's the name of that episode. I'm not sure yet. I think it's Live Bait. And it was featured in an episode, in the beginning of the episode, when the governor was on his own and he went and burned down Woodbury. And he was traveling on his own. So here we go. I love the beginning of it. Alright, that's it for that. I really love that scene. I thought it fit beautifully. And notice how most of the songs featured on the show are country songs, most of them. And it makes sense. It's set in Atlanta, and it's not necessarily country, but you know what? I think it fits the show very well, because they're not in the city, you know, they're in the wilderness most of the time, and that's why I feel the songs are very appropriate for the show, and I am a fan of country music, so that's why I love most of these songs, and I have most of them on my iPod and I listen to them when I drive. So that's number 9, Last Power in the West. Number 8, going back to season 2, essentially the only song I have from season 2, and it's called Civilian by Wye Oak. And this song was not only featured in the season 2 trailer, but it was actually featured in the show in season 2 episode 10, 18 Miles Out, one of my favorite episodes. The end of the episode when Rick and Shane were driving back to the farm with Randall. Shane was looking out the window, he saw that zombie. Love that scene, and I feel the song fit beautifully in the scene. Alright, so there you go. Really love that scene. That's number, well, I'm losing count here. That's number 8. Number 7 is another part of McCreary's score. This is going back to season 1 again, and this is from season 1, episode 3, Tell It to the Frogs. The end of the episode, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The title of this part of the score is The Hand, and I love this because it was played when Shane was beating the shit out of Ed, and then it cuts back to Rick, Daryl, Glenn, and T-Dog racing up to the rooftop to get to Merle, and then Daryl had that epic scene where he was like, no! No! He was yelling out no. I love this score. Here we go. I thought it fits so well because as Shane is, you know, beating the crap out of Ed, you just got it playing and it just fits so beautifully. I love it. It's one of my favorite parts, one of my favorite songs from the score. So that's number 7. Number 6 is a song from the trailer. It was never played on the show, unfortunately, but I really do like it. It's from the season 3 Comic Con trailer, and I still really like it. I listen to it a lot. It's called Black by Kari. Kimmel. It really fits the mood of the trailer. Here you go, guys. So that's Black by Kari Kimmel, and that's number 6. Would have loved that to make my top 5, but I like 5 other songs a little bit more, so that's Black. Moving on, number 5 is a very recent song. We've entered my top 5, guys, and this song has really started to grow on me. Since I've heard it in season 4 recently, I had it on my iPod. I'm listening to it every single day, and I put it on repeat. I love it. It's called Blackbird Song by DeWyze, and it was from season 4, episode 13, Alone, played in the end of the episode when Bob was reunited with Maggie and Sasha. So here we go. It's very country. I love it. And I love this song so much because it fits so well in that scene, you know, like Bob's traveling on his own, and it gets very uplifting, the end of the song that they played in the show, and then when he gets reunited with Maggie and Sasha, it was a very nice scene. I didn't like the episode, but I love the song. Alright, so that's number 5, that song's really starting to grow on me. Number 4 is another song from season 4, and there's 2 versions of this song. One of them is the original version, one of them is the demo version. Number 4 is the demo version, and that's Serpents by Sharon Van Etten. It is the song that was from season 4, episode 4, Indifference. It was played at the end of the episode when Rick banished Carl, and Rick made his way back to the prison driving. He kept looking through the rearview mirror. I really liked that scene, and I thought the song fit beautifully in the scene. This is one of those songs I love to listen to it constantly while I'm driving. I always put it on. I pop in the CD. I download the song on the CD, burned it on a CD, and I love it. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to play another part of it. Again, guys, links to all these songs will be down below. Sorry I can't play that much, but I don't want to get hit with a copyright. So that's number 4. And number 3, That's right, guys, you guessed it. That's the other version of Serpents from the Season 4 Comic-Con trailer. And it's the original version of Serpents by Sharon Van Etten. It was played in the end of the Season 4 Comic-Con trailer, and I thought this song fits very well in the trailer. I love the second half of the song especially. Let me play it for you guys. Because in the trailer, Daryl and all of them get in that jam situation with the zombies around the car, and then you have other shots from the beginning of Season 4. I thought it just fit very well in the trailer. I love how it sounds. Great uplifting song to listen to while you're driving, by the way. I love listening to that when I drive. So that's number 3. Here we go, guys. Coming down to the top 2 songs, my favorite songs in The Walking Dead. Number 2 is another piece from Bear McCreary's score that I really like. My favorite composition from Bear McCreary's score to date. This is just one of the saddest songs from any score I've ever listened to. I listen to this all the time whenever, I don't know, I'm feeling sad, and I just, it doesn't make me feel sad. It kind of makes me feel better for some reason, even though it's a very sad piece. And the title of it is Daryl's Sorrow. It is by Bear McCreary, as I said. It was played in Season 3, Episode 15, The Song of Life, another song from that episode from the score that I really liked. First one that I put on this list was My Refuge, My Fortress. This one is Daryl's Sorrow. It was played at the end of the episode when Daryl found Mo as a zombie. I love it. Let's listen to it. It gives me the feels every single time I listen to it. Just that, I don't know what that is, guitar, I don't know what they're using for it, but it's just a beautiful tune to it. It really is. I gotta praise Bear McCreary for that one. It's very short, but it's powerful. That's why I love it. That's why it's my number 2 pick. Alright, guys, coming down to number 1. My favorite song so far featured on The Walking Dead. It is a song. The artist is Fink, and a lot of you guys I know a lot of you guys like the song. I know a lot of you, it's probably not your number 1, but this is my number 1. I listen to this song every time I drive, every single time I put it on. Whenever I'm somewhere, I'm out, and I have my iPod with me, I listen to this song every day. I love it. It's probably arguably one of my favorite songs I've ever heard in my life. I love it. The title of it is Warm Shadow. It was featured in Season 3, Episode 13, Arrow on the Doorpost, a really intense episode in my opinion, and it was featured in the end of the episode, and I loved where it was placed in the episode, with Rick, Daryl, and Herschel driving back to the prison, and simultaneously you have the governor, Andrea Milton Martinez, driving back to Woodbury, and you have the governor strategizing with his men, and Rick telling the group that he lies to the group, telling them the governor wants the prison. I just loved it. It's just, that scene built up the conflict between both sides so well, and it went on for like 2 minutes straight into the scene, and I just love this song. Listen to it all the time. Here we go. Here's Warm Shadow. Love the beginning. Because every single time I'm driving, I like to pretend that, like, I'm, like, the governor on Rick, and I, like, get out of my car, and I still have the song playing. I don't know. That's just how I am. But I love this song, and like I said, I love how it was fit in the episode. I especially love the beginning of it. Great song, in my opinion. I love the lyrics. I love how it sounds. It's just, like, a very, very mellow tune to it, if that makes any sense. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. With that being said, that's it, guys. That's my number 1 pick. That is my number 1 pick because that is the one I listen to the most. That's basically how I put this list together, and it is probably my favorite of the other 14. So there you go, guys. Those are my top 10 favorite songs of The Walking Dead, featured on The Walking Dead, plus my honorable mentions. I hope you guys liked my picks, and what I want from you guys is, if you've ever watched the show, I hope you have, because I just spoil major things. If you guys have ever watched the show and you like listening to the songs on the show, I want you guys to let me know down below in the comments, what are your top 10, top 5, top 2, whatever. What are your top favorite songs that have been featured on The Walking Dead? Like I said, they could be from the trailers, from the show itself, from the score, whatever it is. Let me know what your favorite songs on the show are. I'm curious. Do you like my picks? Let me know, guys, down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys liked the video, and that's all I have to say. Bye, guys.